Hi guys!
Today we will go on a very special road trip to Poland to visit our potential wedding location for next year.
Which is one of the most beautiful castles in whole Europe, so very exciting.
In December 2011, almost 12 years ago, Sven and I met on the dance floor of a nightclub. We fell in love, and over the next years we discovered our passion for traveling together. We started by touring Europe by train while sleeping in cheap hostels or on the floor of train stations, and later also went on a 2-year world trip by tent and hitchhiking. We studied together, started our own business together, and are lucky to call ourselves mom and dad of the cutest doggo out there. Along the way we faced so many struggles that made us stronger and grew up together. When Sven asked me last October on the Canary Islands if I want to marry him, I didn't have to think about it. I love him so much and can't wait to build a future with him. Today's vlog will be the first part of planning our dream wedding.
I can't believe it. For this trip, Felix will not join us. He will stay with his uncle and auntie in Germany. Okay? You have a mini vacation without us.
Goodbye. And we will not travel alone because some of the most important people in our lives will join us. That's why we rented this huge van. So we have some stops along the way to pick up the people. Let's go.
Das sieht nach Schloss aus. So exciting! This is our room for the night. The ceiling is so high. This is just a normal room. When we get married here next year, we will have the
very special suites.
Wedding suite. Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, very impressive still, right?
How massive is this door? And the sound from the wood here.
All the rooms are different here, so let's check out the other rooms.
Our families and friends' reaction was very good, I would
very
say.
Good, yeah.
Everyone was like, wow, so nice. So this is good so far. This evening we will go to the restaurant and test the food. We will try to order as many different dishes as possible.
From the wedding menu, yeah.
And then hope it's good.
And then we hope we will sleep well here. But, I mean, such a special place. So nice.
Yeah.
Our plan for this evening was to test out all the different dishes they have on the menu and compare them to the dishes we would have at the wedding. And we tried several ones and they were all so good. So we are very happy with the food, and that's a big deal for the wedding.
Good morning!
Good morning from the castle!
Ignore my fancy hairstyle. I always sleep in that, so I don't have to use heat on my hair. Anyways, we slept
very good.
Super well.
Yes.
The beds are very comfy, the blankets are great.
It's not too cold, it's not too hot.
Yeah, I think October is perfect for the wedding next year, because so it will basically be exactly the same date. we are here now, then the wedding will take place next year. And the castle is super old, so they don't really have a good heating or aircon. That's why the temperature in October is still fine.
Yeah, pretty much perfect.
So, thumbs up.
That's a plus point. Yesterday we drove over 6 hours to get to this place, and I mean the castle looks beautiful, but you probably wonder why we would drive such a long distance to the place we want to marry at.
So when we started looking for wedding locations, we actually had something completely different in mind. We wanted to have an Amalfi Coast inspired wedding, everything with lemons in blue, yellow, maybe in a glass house somewhere outside during summer, and maybe next to a lake or at the beach even. And then we started looking and soon realized that near to our home this wasn't really possible. I mean, we've seen some beautiful locations, but they were either too small or not perfect for us, or they didn't allow dogs, or I don't know, there were so many things. Or one time, for example, we visited a botanical garden, and on the pictures it looked so beautiful, but once we arrived we saw that all the windows were super dirty and the toilets were not nice at all. So it was really hard to find what we wanted.
And at one point, after visiting some wedding location in Germany that we again didn't like, we were kind of desperate sitting together with our families and thinking about like, what should we do now? And then my mom jokingly said, why don't you get married at Zamek Moszna, so at this castle here? The reason she mentioned this castle is that my parents actually come from this region, so not far from this castle we still have a house that we often return to, and we've been to this castle several times before. And I mean, it's beautiful, and we were like, haha, so funny, I mean, it's so far. But then we kept thinking about it, like, oh, maybe we can make a huge event out of this wedding.
And a few years ago, I actually had a big castle obsession. We visited, I think, more than 50 castles in Germany during 1 or 2 years, and I really liked them. So when she mentioned that, I was like, wow, I could have a princess wedding with a big dress and everything. So we started to think about it.
Well, and at that point we started to doing some real research, and we soon found out that celebrating a wedding at this special location here in Poland actually is the same price as celebrating a wedding at a standard location, nothing too special in Germany.
But of course it's far away from where we live and from where most of the people we will invite live. That's why we have to make kind of 3 days out of it. On the first day, we will organize a bus, like a big travel bus, and we will tell all the guests to get to a meeting point where they can hop on the bus. We will pay everything, they just have to come and ride with us to Poland. And then here in the castle they have more than 200 rooms available. We will also pay that for all the guests, so they basically stay here for 2 nights, and everything is included, like the food, breakfast, dinner, then we have of course the wedding day, the rooms themselves, etc. So it will be kind of like a mini vacation. My mom worried that many people might cancel because it's a 3-day wedding, and it's kind of an effort to come here. But we are trying to make it as easy as possible for everyone, so that they just have to come, and that's basically it.
And so far we are very, very happy with the location. I think we will really do it, and yesterday the dinner passed the test already, and now we will have to test the breakfast as well. The guests will also have the breakfast here.
The breakfast was really good.
10 out of 10, very, very good.
To be honest, I didn't really expect that. That's also why we went here again to test everything, like the rooms and the food. But we are surprised in a very positive way.
Now we'll meet up with our responsible person to clarify the last details.
Okay, let's now go to the wedding suite. So basically the room where Sven and I will stay during our wedding. are some of the guest rooms where everyone would stay during the wedding. There are different categories. We visited them during our first visit here, but it's fine, so there are many rooms available.
This is the room where we will have the food and also pretty much all the rest of the celebration. I mean, it looks so stunning, right? And right over here in this stunning room will be the dance floor. I mean, just think about it. So this area will be emptied out so that people can dance, and look at the stairs. So cool. Now we will even have a personal tour. That's so cool. The guests will also have a guided tour like we just had, if they want to.
So right here will be the ceremony. Just next to this tree, we will probably stand somewhere here, and the castle is in the background. The guests will sit like this. So for this wedding, I will definitely need a giant wedding dress to match this castle. After the ceremony, all the guests will be guided here to the terrace, where we will have a welcome drink and maybe we'll take some pictures, something like that. Okay, now follow me inside into the orangerie, so the plant house. It's right behind where we will sit for the dinner. So this is where we will sit. Right here, isn't that beautiful?
Our wedding will take place exactly 1 year from today, and the weather is just amazing. It couldn't be better, so I'm very positive to have the same weather next year.
It feels like summer. It's super warm. And another wonderful feature is that there's a beautiful lake with a pier. So I think it would be perfect to take some pictures.
So we were very lucky that my mom joined us on this trip because she's fluent in Polish, it's her mother tongue. So mówię trochę po polsku, ale nie za dobrze. I speak a little bit of Polish, but not that good. So that was a huge bonus, and since she's here now, we decided to make a little heritage trip out of this trip. So we will take all of the family to our house we have. We will just show them around a little bit. So there's no one living in the house anymore, and we don't visit it that often like we used to, but we will have a look around. So after another short ride, we arrived at our place for the night here in Wrocław. This is our hotel room, and something very crazy happened because along the way we stopped at my uncle's house and my aunt's house. They also live very close by, and my aunt owns a hairdresser salon, so she knows all the people here in the neighborhood and in all those towns, and she's so excited about our wedding happening in Moszna because it's so close to her home and the castle is beautiful, that she just like simultaneously while we were sitting there having coffee completely planned the whole wedding for us. So she just said something like, "Oh, I know a wedding photographer. Oh yeah, he's in. Oh, I know a very great band. I will call them." So also the wedding cake, so she knows a place for the wedding cake. She called them to check if they would do it. They will do it. So that was crazy. Also, she knows a place where we can get all of our drinks for the whole wedding for the best price, and it's incredible. So that was such a lucky moment. We were there for 1 hour, and now it feels like the whole wedding is already planned. We really didn't expect it to happen on this trip. We just thought, okay, we will go here, we will check the box for the location, and now we have so many other things as well. It's amazing.
And what's so cool about it is that she knows a band, as Sven said before, but we didn't even expected to have a band. We thought like, okay, maybe we will have a DJ, bring him somewhere from Germany, and now we will maybe even have a live band. Maybe they will play at the ceremony as well. That would be so magical. I mean, imagine.
So our small little trip for the wedding location and for all the other things for the wedding is already almost coming to an end. This is our last night on the trip, and now it's time to just enjoy the last evening. We will have some pierogi, the national dish of Poland, somewhere here in the city, beautiful city of Wrocław.
But tomorrow I still have to do something very special because I want to ask my bridesmaids if they want to be my bridesmaids. It's the next morning and I'm about to ask my best friend if she wants to be my bridesmaid. I'm so nervous already because it's getting serious. I got a box here because I want to ask my best friends and my sister if they want to be my maid of honor and bridesmaids on Sven's and my wedding. And I could have asked them just by asking them, but I wanted to make it a little bit special, so I also got some beautiful paper and I will write them a letter why they are so important to me. And in here in this box there's basically a balloon and they have to pop it, and then there's a sheet of paper asking, do you want to be my maid of honor? These ones are for the bridesmaids and this is the maid of honor one. I hope they will say yes. I'm done writing the letters and of course I cried my eyes out. It was so emotional. And I hope they will like it. The box is over here, the letter as well. I will try to hide the camera over there. I hope she doesn't see it immediately. She will sit there. Let's see how it goes. And for some reason I'm super nervous. I feel like I'm proposing to someone. I will ask my sister later. I don't really know how to do it. Yeah, let's see. Would you see it? Where's the camera?
The hidden camera?
Da-da-da-dum. Und dann? My bestie said yes. Now I have to ask my sister. It's a bit more complicated because her room is basically at the other side of the hotel. My bestie stayed next door, so it was easier. We are waiting for her to come.
Du so! Ist es gut los? Jetzt habe ich das. Okay. Oh mein Gott, was hast du denn hier alles vorbereitet? Mal Log auch noch. Gender Crazy! Oh, voll süß. Wie viel Mühe hast du dir gemacht? Ist dir irgendwas aufgefallen?
After spending a few more hours in the super cute city of Wrocław, we started our journey back home, and along the way we stopped in Berlin to drop off my sister and my best friend, and then we drove to Felix to his auntie and uncle who babysitted him. It's the next day and my other best friend will come over very soon, and I'm about to ask her if she wants to be my maid of honor. I also got a little box for her and wrote her a letter.
Aufgabe gegeben?
Ja, wenn ich das bereue.
Nein!
Und ich bin trotzdem. My best friend said yes to being my maid of honor, which brings us to the end of this video.
Yeah, those were some super exciting days in Poland, but unfortunately we're a little sick right now.
We got a virus from my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are super excited for the next month because we have to plan so much more. So there will be plenty of vlogs about how to find the perfect wedding dress, the cake, and everything else that belongs to a wedding.
So make sure to subscribe to our channels so that you won't miss those uploads, and also like the video if you liked it, and we'll see you again next week. Ciao ciao!
Bye bye! By the way, this guy will play the most important role on our wedding because he will bring the rings!